Hey y'all, it's Bonnie with the Get Down, and we are back with another video. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video with anyone and everyone that you know. I hope everybody is having a good day. You're having a relaxed day. If you're at work, you can tune in later to the podcast, or if you're available now, hey, feel free to take a look at it. Let's jump right into it. From the title, y'all, we can see what is going on again in the Cowboys world. So, news is going around about Mike McCarthy, and he's going to be returning to the Dallas Cowboys organization next season to be the head coach. Obviously, this was long talked about. Everybody had their opinion on it. They had their views on it. Jerry done came to a conclusion that he's going to keep Mike McCarthy in there as the Dallas Cowboys head coach. To me, I think he should. Honestly, I think he should keep McCarthy in there, maybe another year or two, and then he needs to be out. Sometimes some coaches, they just run out with being with that team, and it's time to move on. Mike, he don't really fit the scheme of the Cowboys and how they have their game plan organized and how they already have it set out. But he is going to be returning next year as a Cowboys head coach. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people aren't really feeling this decision. They think they should go ahead and give it up. And I'm going to tell you something. I look at the news on Channel 8 where they do a little sports talk and all of that, and they bring up the segment where they're always talking about the Cowboys. And I think they had brought up Mike McCarthy. He was in the discussion on whether he should return, what's going to happen now. This is 3 seasons in a row where they've gone 12-5, and they still have yet to prove anything. A lot of people like making fun of them. I like making fun of them because I don't really care for the Cowboys. But like I said, I ain't going to jump on them too much because I got family that do, and that's on y'all. But, there's nothing that's going to change as far as being a Cowboys fan, as far as being in that organization, playing for that team. Nothing is going to change until the change is actually made. And once Jimmy Johnson got up out of there, they really went downhill. They haven't reached another Super Bowl. And it's not saying other teams they haven't done in the past. Some teams, they've never made it to the point of actually going to the Super Bowl and stuff. But, Dallas is supposed to be America's team. That's why a lot of people get on Dallas so much. More so of their fan base. It's not the players. More so of the fan base. It's every year. It's the same. It's just the same saying. It's the same logo. The talk and this and that. And we're going to beat everybody. We're going to hold that trophy up. You guys still have yet to reach that goal. When is it going to happen? I don't know. I honestly don't even know. Y'all haven't gone in a minute. But Mike McCarthy, he's returning back as their head coach next season. Give it to him. Let him get one more year, maybe 2 if you want to squeeze an extra one in there. Give him that last time frame, and then he needs to be gone. He don't need to stick around anymore. What more of a coach ability does he need to carry to actually push that team to where they need to go? He already won a Super Bowl with the Packers, the team that just beat them. Now you're with a team that just has bad luck. They just got bad luck written all over that team. Everybody just sees the roller coasters every year in and year out. It's the same roller coasters, the same story. It's the same headline. He's coming back to be a coach again. Give it to him, Jerry. Go ahead and pay him what needs to be paid. Give him that benefit of the doubt. And if he can't do it this upcoming season, that's going to start back in August or so, whatever, then it's time for him to leave the building. You can go somewhere else. Go back to the Packers because that's where you really fit. That's where he fits. He don't need to really, he can look at other organizations or whatever, but the Packers, that was him. And it's nothing against Matt LaFleur because he is the head coach of the Packers now, but Mike McCarthy fit that scheme too. So it's just best that he stays with that team, that organization. Let's pull up this article real quick. We're going to get into some more details and some more facts. All right, y'all. Well, Mike McCarthy, Jerry Jones discussed in long meeting over Cowboys' future. Okay, Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy dug deep into what went wrong for the Cowboys during their first round playoff loss, the Dallas head coach revealed. The Cowboys owner confirmed Wednesday that McCarthy would remain their head coach despite plenty of speculation that he could be replaced after another quick exit from the postseason. I mean, it would make sense to go ahead and replace him if a coach can't get it done in that time frame when he's meant to be with that team at that time frame. He needs to be booted out. It's time for him to wipe the clean slate. Like I said, let him get one more year. Let him get one more year. And Jerry, if he don't make it happen, then he needs to get out. You're not a good owner sometimes because of the decision that you make. But obviously, this discussion has been talked about, and they done came to the conclusion of just keeping him. You know, they came to the conclusion of extending his contract a little bit more for the pay that he will be paid for this upcoming season. But I mean, we don't know. It's always some kind of story that's coming out of Dallas Cowboy Stadium, Dallas Cowboy locker room. It's always something that's just coming out of this team. I mean, it never fails. Let's read a little bit more. But the decision for him to remain on with the team only seemed to come after the two had a roughly 3-hour meeting Wednesday. 3 hours? 3 hours? Well, I guess they did their little talk and they came to their conclusion of everything. Okay. It was a long meeting. I think we went probably a little past 3 hours. We talked about a number of topics. The first topic was obviously the disappointment of the ending of the season, McCarthy said Thursday. McCarthy and the Cowboys faced plenty of pressure to make a deep run in the playoffs after their third consecutive 12-win season, but fell 48-32 to the Packers in the wild card round. I mean, this is the third season that they've went 12 wins, and they haven't proven anything. They haven't mastered anything. Obviously, when you see that, I mean, bring in other people. You got to bring in a new head coach, somebody that's gonna understand and maybe fit a little bit more with that organization, fit more with the game planning, the scheming, everything from the whole 9 yards that, you know, has to come into it. Jerry Jones, he's been an owner for the longest. You know, some of these owners think they be making the best decisions, and they really don't. They really don't at the end of the day. But obviously, he felt like McCarthy really should just stay with this team. I mean, there's no reason right now to get rid of him. You know, he hasn't really made his stamp like, yes, I am the coach of this team. This is my team. You know, I don't really feel McCarthy has made his just stamp like that. But to go 3 seasons of 12 consecutive wins, 12 consecutive wins. I mean, there's something wrong in that locker room. Somebody is not speaking up. Somebody in that organization is not talking about it. But everybody just wants to feel sorrowful, and they want to know it's okay. Let's go ahead and keep them on here. And I mean, for what? For what? Changes got to be made in order to see different results. That's what I even tell myself, that changes got to be made in order to see different results. The change is not going to be made as long as they have certain people in place. The changes are not going to be made. But, I mean, like I said, obviously he wants to keep McCarthy there. He loves where McCarthy is with the team. I don't know how far they extended his contract as far as his pay or what he's going to be paid this upcoming season with it. But it is stated that he is going to be staying with them. So, I mean, we can see it, we can like it, but I will say that if things don't turn around again, Jerry, you need to get him out, okay? Stop trying to keep McCarthy in there, especially if there's nothing of a different result coming out of this. If it's the same pattern, if it's the same routine, you need to let him go. Let him go. Like how we do with breakups when it's time to go. You need to let that person go and let them continue further with their journey. Because majority of the time when you look at it, when a team is traded to another team for them being cut or whatever the pay, or maybe the pay is low, whatever the decision is that is made behind that, usually when they get with that different team, they exceed. They're better than they were when they were with their other team. And sometimes you wonder like, was that team, was he really meant to be with that team? Obviously not. You didn't really win with this team, but you won and you got a Super Bowl with this team. Matthew Stafford, for instance, he was with Detroit all those years. Calvin Johnson, he had everybody up there. And when he played against Jared Goff, wild card weekend, everybody booed him. I can understand it. You didn't bring this city a championship. You didn't bring this city a Super Bowl, but you gonna go to LA and do it. So sometimes you gotta let them players move around. You gotta let the coaches move around. Everybody cannot just stay in one spot. Obviously, I mean, that is what, that's what took place. Real quick, we're going to get into this clip of what Michael Irvin had to say and just his thoughts on this.
This kind of a loss and this kind of a stench and this place can't stay around. You can't sell hope to the fan base next year with this intact as is. It's just going to.
And the reason I brought the clip up was because, Michael Irvin, he used to play for the Cowboys. He used to be their wide receiver. He played with Emmitt Smith and also Deion Sanders. So, he's big on the Cowboys. That's his team. Every game day, he is not picking against his team. So don't ever think he will. But, he gave his opinion about it. And like I said, I don't get it. I really thought this was going to be his last season really with the Cowboys, because there's just nothing has really been proven that the change is going to come. Somebody got to go in there. Somebody got to step up to the plate. Something has to be happening. Something got to be talked about deeply to where this decision is going to be made and be better for the team. Not just one person, but it's better for the whole organization across the board, But good luck to him. Good luck to McCarthy. I don't have nothing against him. He used to be with the Packers and stuff. So when my ex-boo, Clay Matthews, used to play for the Packers, which he ain't playing no more, I used to like him with the Packers, but he's with the Cowboys now. So all we can do is just see where this is going to progress. Like I said, and I'm going to state it one last time. If there's no change that comes out of this new coming up football season, that's not until August or whatever, so we won't know. But if there's no change that comes out of this, whether they get another 12 consecutive win season or their record is lower than that, hey, Jerry, it's time to stop pulling on the leash and let him go. You know how you let the leash go and the dog just take running off and stuff? Let go of McCarthy. Time to let go. You thought he was the right one. You thought he was the one to fit. Obviously, it didn't work, okay? If nothing happens this coming up season, you got to let him go and say bye. And that's it. Wish him well with his endurance, his endeavors. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Wish him well with whatever it is that he's going to do and wherever he's going to be next coaching. But let him go. So all we can know is it's just that, and all we can see is what is going to happen later, further down the line. In case any more other topics come out of Dallas Cowboys locker room and everything that takes place with them, they're just always in the news about something. Nobody cares about the Cowboys like that, but they're always making the news with some kind of headline. This got to be talked about. Now that got to be talked about. So we'll see. I don't know. But I hope you guys like this video. Give your feedback, give your thoughts. Maybe if you do stay, how much longer should he be with the team? Give your honest thoughts about this. Even if you don't like the Cowboys or whatever, just what is your honest thoughts about him just staying with the organization? Is it time for him to move on? Is he a better coach and that team don't fit him? Or whatever it is, just leave your comment in the comment section. But before you click off this video and before it ends, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with anyone and everyone that you know. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you can get all the content every time that I upload it. So y'all stay amazing today. Stay amazing. Tune in for the next episode, for the next video on this podcast with Bonnie with the Get Down. And as always, stay prayed